It was Saturday, very morning, 5 o'clock in the morning. Everybody was sleeping. My mother came and she said, "Wake up, Turkish invasion is going on." And I said, "What?" We couldn't imagine that day it will be the last day living in our house. We left more food. We became refugees in our country.
If you want to make a coffee, Cyprus coffee, first we measure the water. And then for one coffee, we put a big measure. If we like sugar, we wait for a few minutes.
This is the wall who divides us. The city of Nicosia, it's divided into two, and it's the last divided capital in Europe. This is my home city, and now I'm walking towards the checkpoint where I will meet my boyfriend, Burak.
Cyprus is separated from the middle into two, the Greek-Cypriot part and the Turkish-Cypriot part, with a line called the Green Line, which we have the UN in the middle, and the Turkish Cypriot army in north and the Greek Cypriot army in south, just next to it. Kyrenia is around 25 minutes away from Nicosia, the capital. Kyrenia is located in the northern part of the island. It's considered to be in the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus, which is controlled by the Turkish Cypriots. We still have a wall, especially in Nicosia, in the walled city. It's divided in the middle to two. It's the only divided capital in Europe. I crossed to the other side for the first time in 2004 when the checkpoints were open. So I crossed with my family for the first time. I was scared when we first crossed, without knowing why. So today when I want to cross, I have to show my ID or my passport to the Turkish Cypriot police, and then I walk through the buffer zone, and then I have to show it to the Greek Cypriot police. After that, when I cross, I lose signal on my phone, so I am using my Spanish card mainly, thinking of it that something happened 44 years ago is still affecting me today. I think it's a shame.
The Nicosia International Airport is frozen in time from 16th of August 1974. The new terminal building was quite new. The period of being open was 6 years. When the Turkish invasion happened, intensive bombardment of the airport, and in order to create craters, in order not to use the airport from the Greek-Cypriot side. In 2 days, on 16th of August, the airport was closed and is frozen. It's been frozen in time since 14th of August 1974. The airport was fully operational, so at the time, passengers were awaiting their flights. We are here like in number of 800, and the mandate is to prevent the recurrence of fighting between Turkish Cypriots and Greek Cypriots. This place was a witness of heavy fighting, and you can still find lots of bones. People still show up in searching for their relatives. There are still 1,200 missing people.
This is a pay stub. You paint actually on a paper and then you just paste it, like you glue it. You paste it on a wall, or in this case it's a glass.
Before war in 1934 in Cyprus, there was a very good quality of life. I remember when I was 17 years old, I said to a Turkish Cypriot upwards from my village, and he sent me oranges, lemons, and other products from his village. I joined the army when I was 19 years old. The day I had finished my service in the army, it started the war. Turkish invites Cyprus. We ordered to attack a village where Fethiye II was a captain. He has a machine gun. And when we were close to their position, he shot me, and one bullet shot in my helmet. Has a hole in my helmet, and I was seriously injured. After Fethiye II went to the place where I was, and he found the helmet with a hole, and he believed for 35 years that he has killed me.
Böyle bak. Lefkoşa, Nicosia, Lefkosia. We have a lot of names. I live on north side in this city, occupied side. I'm a Turkish Cypriot. On 1974, Turkey troops came to the island and they divided us, occupied north side of the island. They still occupying us and they are controlling everything, economy, politics, everything on north side of the Cyprus. They created a country like Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus, and it's a game. Nobody recognized that country. Till 2003, which is the date they opened the doors to go south side and from south to north. It was very hard to go foreign countries because we had visa problem. If you fly from Turkish side, I mean occupied side, you have to go Turkey first and then you can go other countries. After 2003, it was our right to get Cyprus Republic citizenship. We have every kind of right, like every EU citizen. A lot of great people don't want to pass to north side. But from our side, a lot of people goes to south side. We don't feel ourselves belong to Cyprus Republic because Cyprus Republic means Greek Cyprus for us. And also we don't feel like Turkish because we are not Turkish. We feel like we don't have any identity.
The Turkish Cypriot side are considered Muslims by tradition. They don't really follow it. On the other hand, the Greek Cypriots are Greek Orthodox.
Here is the UN army.
I'm a citizen of the world. I don't see myself as Turkish Cypriot, Greek Cypriot, whatever. I think we're all the same. It's very out of date to live separated. And I was especially thinking of this when I was coming back from Barcelona after a year, that I didn't even see one soldier or any border for the last 1 year. And I was thinking how strange was it for me that we got used to living with this here.
For me, it wasn't easy to talk about this with my parents, especially with my mom, who suffered a lot from the war, and she had many traumas coming from that experience. So in the first beginning, when we started dating and I took the strength to tell her, her reaction wasn't that good. Many memories were coming to her mind all the time. She was feeling that the Turks came to attack the second time her family, because I was actually with a Turkish Cypriot. So after 4 years, my mom accepted to meet the family of Burak, and now they just got over her traumas, and she is best friends with her mom. She's not afraid of the Turkish people anymore. She doesn't have the fear of crossing the line anymore.
We are at the island of Cyprus, which is called the island of Aphrodite. That's because she here first came out of the water. Mythology says that the Aphrodite was born near Greek islands, but the god of the sea brought her down to the shore to step over here. So she loved this island, she walked along this island, and the legend says that if you will swim 7 times around the rock, it has to be a midnight, then you will stay always young and beautiful. This water brings to everyone the youth.
nobody could imagine. A country invites to another country with arms, with airplanes, killing people, and take the 1/3 of my country. Suddenly my father lost his property. He was farmer with orange trees. It was very unfair to see people living in my house, to see our churches with red Turkish flags became mosques.
I lived in front of the wall, invited Cyprus. This is buffer zone, all this buffer zone, and there is this green line, right? The Turkish and the Greek.
From there is Turkish side. This is the room of for the stay Cypriot soldiers. They come here 1963 because they start from there. They have problem with Turkish, and they stay until 1980. We see the things they go more good. They live from here. If we have problem again with Turkish Cypriot, they come again. We give the room again.
The flag you see on the mountain was built by the army. It's made of stones, and I think it's as big as 5 football stadiums. And probably if the state was recognized, it would have been in the Guinness World Records book.
Hello.
This was the first checkpoint that was open. We met on 22nd of March 2014 at the European University of Nicosia at a training that we were both in the same workshop. When she asked me, "Where are you from?" and I said, "Cyprus," she started speaking Greek to me. I said, "No, I'm from the other side." And when I said that I'm from the other side, I remember she was like, for 10 seconds she was shocked.
We communicate with English using English language because he's a native Turkish speaker and I'm a native Greek speaker.
I don't see our relationship as something unique in a way that because it's bi-communal. I think it's normal. She could have been British or German or Russian or whatever. But on the other hand, our relationship helps people oversee the Cyprus problem or question some things in their head.
Or see the future.
I don't mind showing my ID or passport for a second and just walking around. I believe it's more mental than physical.
For me, it's bad. I found it like a barrier. Why should I cross the line and need to show my ID and be in the queue because I want just to go to the other part of my city? I don't know. I get offended sometimes. We wish our lives and our everyday life and our relationship wasn't affected by what happened 44 years ago. Because it's sad why we should suffer for something that old generations did.
I don't dream of a specific place of living. I can live anywhere. Cyprus is small. I mean, I can be anywhere in 1 hour or 1.5, so I don't mind wherever I live.
Somewhere peaceful, in nature, if possible, without borders, without army, I don't know where is this place in Cyprus.
It doesn't exist
It doesn't
yet.
exist yet, but yeah.
Division, it's a false word. The real word is occupation. Turkey invaded illegally and illegally occupied the half of Cyprus. I never went to the occupied side of Cyprus from 2003 when barricades opened. I think it's like recognizing an illegal state, the Turkish occupation, like going as a tourist in our land. Here we have 40,000 Turkish soldiers. This is not solving by hitting a wall like Berlin. I support the right of people to live together, but only if Turkey leaves, only then we can solve the problem. I will go to occupy Cyprus when it's going to be free.
Yesterday we was together. His family, his kids, my family, my kids, we was together. We ate, we drink, we enjoy with each other. We love each other.
For my friend, Kartaş.
Greek people, they used to make attack to Turkish village. That's why I've been in army for protect my village. Once I saw Yanni and his friend, I started to shoot. I saw one helmet. Later I learned belonged to my friend Yanni, and it was one hole in the on the helmet, and inside it was hair and blood. After 35 years, two book writers, they said, let's bring them together. In 9 years, we love each other. Looks like we're doing show.
In 1974, we are fighting to kill each other. We understood that war is bad. It's out of mind.
He got order from his commander. I got order from my commander. We fight. We speak with each other. We don't go to Cypriot language. We using English language. We using Turkish language a little bit. We using Greek language a little bit. Sometimes we using Tarzan language. This country can be like a flower gardens, but now plenty mine garden now. I don't like the border. I like to be free. We're living in divided country, like a Berlin wall. I like to position come right, and they broke our divided lines too.
God knows I am alive, although I have a bullet in my head. Now we are friends. We say our story everywhere, and we believe to peace.
Pira, it is the only village that has been left in Cyprus. Turks and Greeks living together without any problem. Muslims people goes to the mosque, Greeks goes to the Greek church.
We used to live together before the 1974, and Pila being on the border, the Turkish Cypriots in Pila didn't move because they have their homes and their properties here. They didn't want to move and go to the north. All the coffee shops are in the square. There is a Turkish Cypriot coffee shop, the Greek Cypriot coffee shop. We've got no police and army in uniform. We only have the UN police and army here. The UN been here for the last 44 years, since the war. The relation between the people before the invasion and after was still in a good condition, and I think that's why we didn't have any problems.
Everybody in the Cyprus, if they get lesson from the Pila village, the peace will come in very soon time. I want peace to come to Cyprus.
Άστρε μου! Σε καλά? Αυτός είναι, this is my a very good friend who is living in my house. Δεν μου καμνείς. Σε καλά? Here we have the television and black and white television, and here also I remember a big clock. Which I remember every hour it was bing bang, bing bang. Here it was the living room. I remember here celebrating birthdays, name days. This door is the door of my bedroom. I have a lot of memories. It was my bed, it was my office, the desk when I was a child. I cannot believe that we were living here, 3 people at the same room. This lemon tree is the only thing reminds me my garden. And when I touch this lemon, when I smell this lemon, it's like traveling back to my past. It's like smell and touch my father and mother.
Şimdi ben 22 Pelatusalıyım ben. 22 yaşında kaçtım gittim Yunanistan'a. Lemos şirketinde iş aldım ve 6-7 ay işledim. Ondan sonra kaçtım Türkiye'ye geldim. Türkiye'den geldim Kıbrıs'a. Kıbrıs'a geldikten sonra geldim bu evleri de satın aldım birisinden. Ve 50 yılda, 45 yılda yaşarım ha bu Omor'da. Çok güzel. Evidir ya adamın ya. Ben bir Kıbrıslı olarak evidir ya adamın. Değil mi ya? Ben gelmesinden yanayım. Benim de gitmem yani beraberce. Ben tekrar yaşamayı isterim ve can yürekten ölmeden de isterim. Göreyim yani. Anladın? Yani ölmeden görmek isterim. Seviş getirdi. Yani bir şey olarak gördüm. Yani öyle bir kardeş gibi gördüm. Yani bir evvelden mazi beraber yaşamış bir insan ev sahibi mesela. Tabii ki memnun olacağım. Hala daha memnunum mesela. Geldiğine bile ben memnun olurum. Ne yapayım yani zorundan bu adamı evden mi atayım? Zorundan evden mi atalım ya adamındır evi mesela. Tabii ki benim de mülkiyetim varsa gideceğim köyüm var. Babadan kalan taşım var, toprağım var tabii ki. Yeniden bu memlekette bir barışın olması, bir huzurun gelmesi, böyle yani düşmancılığıyla yahut da mesela nasıl diyeyim, şeyle olmaz. İnsan insandır. Madem ki bu coğrafyada bu ülke bizim, beraberce yaşamak da bilmeliyiz. Ben bundan yanayım. Herkes huzur içinde yaşasın. İster Kıbrıs Rum olsun, ister Kıbrıs Türk olsun, ister Maronik olsun, ister kim isterse olsun bu topraklarda Doğdu bu topraklarda, büyüdü bu topraklarda, atalarının mirasıdır. Hepsi doğal hakkını alsın derim ben. Ben bir Kıbrıslı olarak.
I share my art with people that they live in this city. Many foreigner people live here, refugee people live here, and they're really glad when they see this in the streets. They see something that makes them feel happy. I've always liked maps. So the passer that will come, the whatever tourist or Cypriot or Greek Cypriot or Turkish Cypriot or Turkish or whatever, they can see this and maybe they can think just for a second something. I wrote, "Where are you going? Hey you." If I could make this possible in reality, to rearrange the map, the whole world, to be like the whole world more peaceful and living in harmony, I will do that. So now I just do it on my composition.
Every corner, every wall, every touch, it's part of my life. I come here as a visitor. I come here in a building which is not like the house I left, like the home I left. At the same time, I feel happy because the people who are living here are very positive, very hospitable with me. I feel welcome. I feel friend. I cannot come back. Turkish army don't allow the Greek people to live in their houses, in their villages, in their cities. The war is on.
Τον πεγιώτη σώνε με το σεντρουβάνι, με το σεντρουβάνι.
Every time I have to leave my house, I feel that I have to go back to reality. It's like a dream.
Απόσει πόνο στην καρκιά να σπάνα πίνα Γιάννη, ασπάνα πίνα Γιάννη.
I still cannot realize this is happening in real. I think this is a bad, very bad dream.
Μα το νερό της γλυκό